Guten Tag, meine Liebchens. Welcome once again back to Randy's Beer Garden, where we are getting ready for the biggest drinking holiday in the world. And no, I'm not talking about Thanksgiving. Not talking about 4th of July. Of course, we'll be breaking out the shamrocks and the shillelaghs, and it's going to be a St. Patrick's Day celebration. I do realize that, of course, this weekend is actually President's Day, but, nobody cares. I figured that we will get a head start on the celebration of the people of my mother's fatherland, which is Ireland, and get a little bit cozy with a classic Irish stout here. That's not Guinness, because we're going to be doing that later. Hint, hint. This beer is interesting to me for a number of reasons. It used to be called Murphy's Irish Stout, but they recently rebranded it as just Murphy's Stout because it's being made in a bunch of different locations now all over the world. But it's still got that same sort of flavor, the same appearance. It's the same beer. It's the same recipe. It's just being manufactured by various breweries across the globe. This particular example here comes from the UK. It's licensed by Heineken, but it still looks and tastes exactly the same as I remember drinking this maybe 10 years ago or so for the first time. It's a light stout. It's only 4% alcohol, but it is bursting to the brim with all kinds of flavor. It's really, really a great, I would say, entryway into stouts, if that's what you're looking for. So let's take a peeky poo at this pour in my medieval Tom's glass. Ooh, yeah, faith and begotten. Oh, man. I gotta stop that. I'm part Irish, so it's okay. Look at that. Wow. That is gorgeous. My goodness. I love the way that this looks. I always have. It's just so fresh and milky looking. It's just a very pleasant beer to behold. It really is. And it just has a classic appearance that, to me, you just look at it and you're like, yep, that's a beer. That's what a beer should look like. That's a stout. On the nose, it's a little bit chocolate, like bitter, dark chocolate, a little bit old leather, maybe a little bit tobacco, perhaps. Not the most pleasant smelling beer in the world, but certainly there's character. There's character. Flavor, definitely more substantial chocolate flavor than aroma. Not so much coffee on the flavor texture profile there. It's pretty light, but it is there. You get a little bit of acidity more than the taste of the coffee. And I would say that as far as carbonation goes, it's actually pretty light. That's why it's nitrogenated, because there's not a whole lot of carbonation going on naturally in this. So the nitrogenation definitely helps. It's just got such a classic Irish flavor. It's a little bit sweet, it's a little bit bitter, and it's just very well balanced in both directions. It doesn't really stand out as being, oh, this is such an amazing example of the style. But really, this is kind of like the bar, It's like, if you can do better than this, you've created a real sensational product, because this is very good. 85 on Beer Advocate, very good. That is true to that ranking. I would absolutely agree with whoever gave this an 85 on Beer Advocate. You are right. Yeah, it's just really round, really simple, really pleasant, easy drinking. And it looks amazing. This is the best gateway stout. If you're somebody who's never had an Irish beer or never thought about oh, that stuff looks like dumpster water, I would never even consider drinking that. You try one of these, you might just change your tune. I know I would. And I swear I'm going to stop that accent. I'm sorry. This is amazing. This is really, really good stuff. I hope that over the next couple weeks, you guys get to try one of these either on out of a can like this, a nitrogenated widget can, or on tap, preferably. But either way, however you do it, just do it, because this is great beer. You only live once, and you might as well enjoy some great beer for the St. Patty's Day holiday. Thanks for joining me here in the beer garden, and auf Wiedersehen.